Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Sexual Health 6 and 9, and this is your old friend Ming-Ji. Today we're going to talk about the awakening the confident, captivating woman within the woman who dares to take the lead, express her desires, and create unforgettable moments. Whether you're 50, 60, or 70, your passion hasn't faded. It's simply waiting for your permission to reignite. When a woman initiates intimacy with confidence rather than apology, she steps into a realm most avoid out of fear. Fear of rejection, of being too forward, of breaking the societal mold that tells her to stay passive. But this fear is built on a lie, the lie that men must always lead, that a woman's initiative is improper, that desire should be suppressed. The truth is, taking the lead is power. It's an irresistible, quiet confidence. When a woman acts from self-awareness rather than need, she shifts the entire energy of her connection with her partner. A woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to pursue it carries a magnetic, almost primal allure. She's not proving anything. She's honoring her own desire for intimacy, touch, and passion. When she communicates "I want you" with her body, eyes, or voice, it transcends the physical. It tells him she's alive, awake, present, and willing to create the moment rather than wait to be invited into it. This energy changes everything. Too many women are conditioned to wait, to be noticed, desired, chosen, and that waiting becomes a habit. But you weren't born to wait. You were born to ignite passion. When you take the lead, you share the responsibility of intimacy. You're no longer just a recipient, but a co-creator of passion and connection. Men may not say it out loud, but they crave being desired. Seen not just as providers or protectors, but as men with their own needs and emotions. When you initiate, you validate that in them, sparking something ancient and powerful deep within. This isn't just about initiating physical intimacy. It's a signal, a declaration. I'm at ease with myself, unafraid of your response, and I know my worth. This confidence doesn't shout or demand. It simply radiates effortlessly. A woman who knows her value and initiates authentically once can have a greater impact than months of passive waiting. She's saying, I trust myself, I trust us, and I'm not afraid to go after what I want. Yes, it's bold, but bold doesn't mean reckless. It means you understand that love favors the brave, that you're no longer bound by outdated notions, and that true femininity isn't weak or passive but a potent force. When you lead with intention, you don't relinquish power, you embody it. Many women hesitate, fearing rejection, worrying their partner won't respond or, worse, will pull away. But if rejection happens, it's merely insight. A man who values you and sees your courage won't reject you. He'll feel honored, seen. Men carry the silent pressure of always leading, knowing what to do, initiating. Your boldness lightens that load, showing him he's not alone. This isn't weakness, it's true partnership. In this shared energy, trust deepens, desire flourishes, and then, well, the most delightful things happen. Your intimacy with your partner expands. Initiating once doesn't mean you'll always take the lead. It just means you've opened a new door, shifting how he sees you. Not just as a partner, but as a woman who fully knows herself. He becomes more emotionally open, more attuned. He stops seeing you as someone to please and starts seeing you as someone to grow with. The courage you show in these moments extends far beyond the bedroom. It shows in how you carry yourself, speak, and stand in your truth. This isn't about role reversal. It's about meeting each other in your shared strength. If you've never initiated or haven't in years, now's the time. It doesn't need to be grand. Start with a touch, a look, a whisper that says, I'm here. Let it come from an authentic place, because that authenticity is magnetic. That's where deeper connection is born, not just with him, but with yourself. When you lead with desire, you stop waiting for life. You become a woman who acts with purpose, who owns her worth without needing permission. This isn't just bold, it's unstoppable. When you guide the experience, you're not trying to control him. You're inviting him into something sacred, a shared rhythm, a flow rooted not in ego but in presence, in a deep knowing of your body and desires. Too many women are taught to please rather than be fulfilled, to accommodate to keep the peace. But intimacy without direction is like a song without melody. When a woman chooses to shape that experience, even subtly, it changes everything. It's not about giving orders. It's about knowing what brings you pleasure and feeling free to ask for it. Say slow down when you need more time, right there when he gets it right. Be honest instead of pretending, present instead of silent. Because when you show up like that, he listens. He tunes in. And what grows between you is far richer than silence could ever build. Some say giving direction kills the mood or bruises his ego, but that's only true if it comes from criticism. When it comes from love, passion, and self-awareness, it inspires him, not diminishes him. It invites him to meet you more deeply. A man who's truly with you will welcome this guidance, even if it takes him a moment to realize it. Once he sees the difference, he'll want more. Guiding in this way also connects you to your own power. It starts with knowing what you like, what truly sets you alight. Many women have never asked themselves this, spending years focused on others' needs while forgetting their own. But when you start guiding the experience, you reclaim yourself, reconnecting with your truth, emotional and physical. That truth is what deepens real intimacy. Because when you guide with honesty, you're saying, "This is how I open up. This is what I need to feel close." You're inviting him into your world, and that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's a strength that builds lasting connection. Yes, you might worry about being judged. You might think, what if he thinks I'm too much? But if you're too much for the wrong man, that's just proof you're finally enough for yourself. For the right man, he'll respect it. He'll rise to meet you, grow with you. A man isn't threatened by your clarity. He's drawn to it because it shows you're alive, awake, and engaged. Guiding the moment requires honesty with yourself, tuning in, feeling, noticing, and listening to what your body and heart are saying. Sometimes it means pausing, sometimes speaking, sometimes stopping altogether when something feels off. This isn't selfish, it's sacred self-respect. It shows the man you're with that this moment isn't just about action. It's about truth, about real connection that honors both of you. Let's be clear. Guiding the experience doesn't mean taking over everything. It means showing up, co-creating, saying, "This is my body, my spirit, and I won't be silent in them." This isn't just leadership, it's love. Because when you lead with openness, you give him a way to enter your soul, not as a guesser, but as a witness to you. So speak softly, boldly, sensually, with your voice, your hands, your presence. Let him feel your energy. Leading isn't about control, it's about co-creating a dance. Because when a woman leads from wisdom and warmth, she doesn't just change the moment, she transforms the relationship. True intimacy isn't just about physical sensation, it's about growth. Not just pleasure, but depth. You're not too late, not too complicated, you're awakening. When you guide your experience, even just once, you won't go back. And neither will he. Eye contact is a powerful primal tool, yet many women don't use it in intimate moments. It's not just about looking, it's about seeing and being seen. Presence is magnetic, it carries truth. When a woman looks into her partner's eyes with steady confidence rather than nervousness, she sends a message. "I'm here, I'm not hiding." This presence is rare, most avoid it. But those who dare to engage with it unlock a depth of connection words can't reach. True eye contact strips away performance, cuts through distractions, and quiets inner noise. It demands authenticity. In a world full of half-hearted presence, this is revolutionary. When you lock eyes with him, not for permission or approval, but for connection, it can shake him. You're reminding him you're not just a body, you're a whole person with a history, a soul, and the courage to be seen. This isn't always easy. Eye contact in intimate moments can be challenging for both of you, because looking into someone's eyes when you're vulnerable means you're willing to be seen as your true self. It means embracing your body, your age, your journey. It means saying, "This is me, I'm here, and that's enough." That confidence radiates, becoming wildly attractive, alive. For a man, eye contact in these moments is unforgettable. It transcends the physical, speaking to the emotional. It says, "I see you, I trust you, I choose you." It invites closeness, safety, and an erotic tension all at once. It shifts you from passive to active. You're not just in the moment, you are the moment. You become a mirror, a guide, a force. If you're not used to this, that's okay. It might feel strange at first, but that's where courage lives, pushing through discomfort. Start small. Hold his gaze during a kiss. Look at him when you say his name. Linger for a moment. As the moment deepens, stay with it. Let your eyes speak where words can't. Desire, curiosity, trust. Let them reveal the real you. There's a quiet authority in eye contact. It doesn't need to shout or prove anything, it simply is. And it doesn't fade with age, it grows more profound. A younger woman might glance fleetingly, but a woman who knows herself holds her gaze. She doesn't flinch, doesn't pretend, doesn't rely on tricks. She is the seduction. her eyes carrying the stories of all she's lived, endured, and discovered. This isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. A man who's truly ready, truly mature will feel this pull, not to a fantasy, but to something real, something alive. Emotional intimacy often begins here. Many women wonder how to open their partner's heart. The answer? Show him yours first. Not through long speeches, but through presence, through eye contact. When he sees you fully there, body and soul, his guard lowers. He starts to see you. Then, intimacy isn't just touch. It becomes healing, a mutual recognition that you're not invisible, not too late, that the fire within you hasn't gone out. It's just been quieted by silence, duty, shame, but it's still there. When you meet his gaze with truth, you both shift, not just with passion, but with presence. Presence is the root of everything: love, connection, joy. So the next time you're close, whether in fiery passion or quiet stillness, look at him. Not to be judged, but to declare who you are. Let him see the woman who no longer hides, who leads with grace and presence. That woman doesn't beg for intimacy, she creates it. And once a man feels her gaze, he'll never forget it. Then there's this. When a woman speaks her fantasies aloud, she breaks one of the deepest barriers. The one that says her desires must stay silent, that she can be desired but not desire. Generations of women were taught to be beautiful but quiet, sensual but proper. So when a woman says, "This is what I've dreamed of," not as a performance but from truth, it's radical, it's powerful. She reclaims her whole expressive self. Sharing fantasies isn't about shock value. It's about connection, about opening parts of yourself that have stayed hidden, even from those closest to you. Yes, it's vulnerable. Fantasies are deeply personal. They come from emotions, memories, even pain. Speaking them means saying, "This is the real me, and I trust you to see this part of me." That trust can be transformative. A man who's ready for true intimacy doesn't need theatrics. He needs truth. When you share your fantasies, you're not just revealing desire. You're saying, "I want you to be the one I explore this with." That's intimate. That's real. That's how bonds deepen. Of course, many women hold back. They fear judgment. They've been silent so long they've forgotten what they truly want. If that's you, you're not broken. You're just disconnected from yourself, and that can change. You can reconnect. Start with simple questions. What makes me feel freer, more alive? When the time feels right, speak it. It doesn't need to be perfect. Maybe it's a place, a mood, a feeling, being pursued, adored, treated gently or boldly. Maybe it's physical, maybe emotional. This isn't about catering to someone else's fantasy. It's about claiming yours and bringing your partner into that space with honesty and warmth. When you do, everything shifts. You move from passive to active, from hidden to owned. A man who loves you won't recoil, he'll lean in. Because nothing sparks intimacy like a woman embracing her true self. Men carry the weight of always initiating, planning, leading, keeping the rhythm of connection alive. But when a woman gently says, "This is what I've imagined," everything changes. The pressure lifts. The moment stops being about performance and becomes play, discovery, a shared experience. That's where real chemistry begins. Even if the fantasy is never acted on, just speaking it aloud can create an electric charge. It's not about the fantasy itself. It's about showing you have a vibrant, unique inner world that's yours. It shows you're not just reacting to life. You're imagining, feeling, creating. That's powerful. That's attractive. It invites your partner into a deeper intimacy than the physical, into your mind, into your truth. When this happens, you're not just going through the motions, not stuck in routine. You're building something alive, evolving. You're co-creators of your shared experience. But let's be honest. Speaking truth takes courage, especially for many women as they age, who genuinely fear their desires will be misunderstood. Or worse. The world often tells women that with age, they should dim, fade, disappear. That's a lie. Age doesn't erase desire. It makes it more honest, more grounded, more free. Your years haven't stripped your sensuality, they've enriched it. You've lived, loved, lost, and that makes you more real. Now your desires aren't about validation, they're about truth. Can you love yourself enough to speak what's true for you? Can you choose connection over comfort, honesty over image? Because when you do, everything changes. You don't just shift intimacy, you free your soul. This liberation ripples outward. You'll feel it in how you speak with more clarity, walk with quiet confidence, smile with a knowing glow. The glow of someone who no longer hides who they are. Your fantasies might be tender or wild, gentle, playful, bold, or sacred. Maybe something you've never told anyone. That's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. Because once it's spoken, once it's honored, it reminds you that you're still discovering yourself, still alive, still expanding into new parts of you. Speak it, not just for him, but for the you who deserves to live vibrantly, to be fully seen. Because when you give voice to your desires, you give them life. When a woman connects with her desires, she becomes a force. She stops waiting for permission and starts writing her own story, not just playing a role in someone else's. That's what it means to live boldly. Now let's talk about something small but mighty, expressing gratitude after intimacy. It's easily overlooked, but it can quietly transform the foundation of a relationship. When you take a moment to say thank you, it does something unexpected. It deepens connection emotionally and spiritually. It turns what might be a fleeting moment into something sacred. Gratitude acknowledges the vulnerability intimacy requires. It's not just about the physical, it's about hearts, emotions, trust. When you open yourself to someone physically or emotionally, it's a deeply human act. A thank you honors that act. It recognizes the love, energy, and care your partner poured into that moment. It says, I see you, I feel you, I value what we shared. In the rush of daily life, these tender moments often blur, go unnoticed, unspoken, but gratitude makes you pause. It says this moment matters. It reminds you both that intimacy isn't transactional, it's emotional, built on trust. When you express gratitude, you're saying, this matters, you matter. For women especially, this can be revolutionary. Many women are taught to give, to nurture, often without receiving equal recognition in return. Gratitude after intimacy shifts that dynamic. It's not just about appreciating your partner. It's about recognizing your own worth, that you deserve to be cherished, respected, celebrated. You're not just giving, you're receiving, and you're worthy of being appreciated too. Gratitude reinforces the good. It's easy to assume love or physical closeness speaks for itself, but words have power. When you say thank you sincerely, it encourages your partner. It lets them know their presence matters. Their care was noticed. Their effort made a difference. When someone feels appreciated, they're more likely to show up with more love, more tenderness, more presence. Gratitude creates a cycle, a beautiful feedback loop of love, attention, and mutual respect. It builds trust, intimacy, and emotional safety. It says not just I see what you did, but I see who you are in this relationship. That recognition is healing. Gratitude doesn't always need words. It can be a touch, a smile, a kiss, a lingering gaze. It can be the softness of your body as you stay close. It can be the way you hold your partner, not rushing away. All of these say, I value you, I'm still here, that moment mattered. In that stillness, in that shared breath, something sacred lives. After intimacy, there's often a tension, sometimes a quiet awkwardness, a question of, what now? Gratitude eases that tension. It offers a soft bridge between the depth of that moment and the return to everyday life. It says, I'm still with you even as the moment fades. It's a graceful return, not a jarring exit. For women over 50, this emotional clarity becomes even more vital with time. Time brings wisdom, and wisdom brings a deeper awareness of what truly nourishes you. Gratitude isn't just polite, it's profound. It doesn't just celebrate the physical, it celebrates the bond. It reminds you that joy has no expiration date, that intimacy in all its forms belongs to you throughout your life. So this isn't just about saying thank you. It's a sacred pause, a moment to reflect, connect, and honor what was shared. It reminds you that this experience isn't something to hide or forget. It's beautiful, real, and worth celebrating. In a fast-paced world, we often rush past these sacred moments. Let your thank you be the gentle landing place. Let it be a mirror of all the love, trust, and vulnerability you both gave and received. Let it be a whisper. This all mattered, and I see you in it. Because that gratitude doesn't just deepen love, it lets it linger long after the moment has passed. So, dear you, dare to try these moves. Don't fear showing your true self. Don't fear chasing what truly makes you happy and fulfilled. Remember, you are worthy of love, of desire, of a partner you can grow and explore with. When you start initiating, expressing, leading, you're not just changing a relationship, you're changing yourself. You're becoming the woman who takes charge of her life, who loves and is loved on her own terms. So go boldly. Pursue bravely. Express honestly. Appreciate deeply. Because when you do, you won't just discover a new world. You'll discover a new you. You'll become the woman who commands her life, who loves and is loved her way. You'll become the woman who faces life fearlessly, who chases happiness with courage. Be the best version of yourself. Create the vibrant life that's yours, because the world needs your light, your strength, your courage. Be the woman who inspires others, who changes the world, because you are worthy of that power, worthy of that life. You are the one you've been waiting for.